So this is how this activity goes. Now there are 4 teams with different causative verbs. Each group makes a poster or teaching materials they need for their presentation. Anything is fine. Usually at first, students just try to explain the grammar rules by simply repeating what they learned from the online videos. But once they get familiar with this activity, they usually surprise their teachers with brilliant ideas and very tricky grammar questions. I don't know where they get those from, but anyway, with super funny examples. They usually use their teachers or their classmates for their example sentences. Now, the teacher walks around and helps students while they prepare their presentation. And each team needs to make sure that both members fully understand their teaching materials they just created and ready to use it and teach it. When the time is over, the teacher makes sure every team is ready for the presentation. Now, each team decides the presenter and the listener. The presenter stays in their station making presentations while the listener walks around and listens to presentations of other teams. And the presentation time is usually about 5 minutes, but it's totally up to you. First of all, the listeners from each team will rotate clockwise. Now you see each presenter has a new listener. Then presenters teach their causative verb with their own teaching material. When presentation is finished, there will be a short Q&A session and listeners can ask any questions about the activity and the target grammar verb. Then the listener rotates again, meeting new presenter and learning more verbs. The listeners finally come back to their home station and you can see the presenter made the same presentations for 3 times. And the listeners studied the rest of causative verbs from 3 different stations. Now, the presenter and the listener switch their roles. The former listener will stay in the station making presentations, and the former presenter will jump around the stations and collecting presentations from other team. At the end of this activity, each student will have made 3 presentations and listened 3 different presentations non-stop. My students really love this activity. I think they love the fact that they are in charge of their own learning, especially when it is a grammar lesson. So I hope this activity helps your students as well.